Rich people get medication, poor people get addiction. Now, I've spent my life observing people, observing the differences between the rich and the poor, experiencing and observing wealth disparity to a degree that I can only say is over-detailed. But what I've noticed in my observations is the way people are treated for intellectual disabilities and mental illnesses varies by your income. I've noticed that people who have the money for it, people who have secure finances, people who would be considered wealthy or rich or at least well off, when they have these intellectual disabilities or mental illnesses, they're given a diagnosis almost immediately. And I will attest that this is not always the case. I mean, I had a deadbeat father with money, but he never gave me any of it, and he also never diagnosed me when I needed to be. So, hypothetically, I could have gotten help if my dad wasn't a deadbeat, but that isn't the point. For poor kids who are born with intellectual disability and mental illness, a lot of us are not diagnosed at a young age or not diagnosed ever in our lives. We have no idea what is wrong with us, and we have no idea how to treat it. This is why so many people living underneath the poverty line turn to addiction. There are so many people living underneath the poverty line and even above it who have intellectual disabilities or mental illnesses that they cannot control and they cannot medicate and they cannot treat, they cannot mediate. And outside of the realm of Western medicine and all that, and while I don't completely believe in Western medicine completely, I will say that there's an obvious gap in fairness. Why do people with money get to treat their mental illnesses or intellectual disabilities and not have to turn to addictions which can turn fatal? And I'm not saying that rich people don't have addictions. What I'm saying is rich people have addictions for fun. Poor people have addictions so they can keep going, so they can treat whatever's going on in their body that they have no idea how to deal with. If we think about therapy and psychiatry, it has a very high barrier and high cost barrier to entry. So how can we blame the poor for falling into addiction when the rich are medicated from birth?